11:25, and you're watching Motormouth. Woo woo.
Welcome to Motormouth. That bit just before it goes, it's probably my favourite feeling of the week. My tummy goes like, we're now on live television. 9:25 Saturday morning. Isn't he cute, that Macaulay Culkin? That's what he did when I told him it was Motormouth. He's on the programme a little later on this morning. We also have music from 2 Unlimited. Steve is here. Neil is here. Gabby Roslin, whenever you need her, she's on the phone.
Yeah, I know. Oh, hold on a sec. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to be looking at phone boxes through the ages. Just excuse me 1 second, though. Hiya, Steve.
Hiya, Gabby.
Where are you?
I'm behind you.
Can you be quiet, please? I'm on the telephone. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm going to be looking at something. I'm going to be looking at a new sport. But it's more than a sport. It's an art form where you can smack each other with big sticks and shout at each other a lot. That's my kind of art. Neil, what's your kind of art?
Humorous art this morning on Motormouth. We've got the country's funniest cartoonist, Bill Tidy, with us. Are you going to cause trouble this morning, Bill?
Oh, I feel like a coiled jelly.
I'm sure you do. We haven't got one of them, so let's carry on with the show. What are you going to do?
I've got some problems for you.
All right.
I'm going to ask you to draw difficult things in 10 seconds, but they're not difficult.
Give us the first one, then.
OK, here's your first test, guys. Listen carefully.
OK.
I want you to draw for me in 10 seconds 387 baked beans, starting...
Ready for this?
Now!
OK, 387.
10. Give me a countdown.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop!
Stop the clock! Stop the clock!
Let me see it, let me see it.
It's not easy. Let's see what you've got.
Sniggers,
There's about 50 there, and I've managed to do 1. But it's a very good one.
It's like a
Can it be done? What's the answer?
Of course it can be done, but I'm not going to tell you just now.
So you're going to keep us in suspense. Okie dokie, well, get your pens and paper ready. We'll give you more problems a little later on in the shape of a bill. And now our bean expert to tell us what's on the rest of Motorbottom. Mouth.
I'm doing no jokes about beans. There will be no bean jokes between now and 11:25. But what there will be is this lineup of delights, which begins very shortly with our Bugs Bunny cartoon. We always have a Bugs Bunny cartoon on the programme. It's at 9:35 today, and it's called Oily Hair. That's Neil practising his guitar, I think. They're looking very fine. At 9:55, the Samurai Pizza Cats are the cats that always land on their feet. Today's episode, Hot and Cold Kitties. That's part 1, 9:55. Part 2 comes a little later on in the programme. At 10:10, we play Britain's newest and most exciting snooker computer game, endorsed by Jimmy White. That's at 10:10. At 10:50, the most exciting popular game show in the country is back. Please read this out, Steve Johnson. Mousetrap is at 10:50. Then at 11:15, our catwalk model shaking her tush, Gabby Roslin, updates the Lloyds Bank Fashion Challenge. That's at 11:15. At 20:11, the most famous 11-year-old in the world, star of Home Alone. See how I got on when I interviewed little Macaulay Culkin. And then at 11:25, Big Reeves and Dizzy, which is what everybody is when they see Gabby Roslin's phone bill.
No, look, I can't talk to you at work. I am sorry. Now, this is the sort of phone box that you'd see on any street corner, on any street, throughout the country. But it wasn't quite like this back in 1926, when the K2 was invented by Sir Giles Gilbert Scott. Remember that name? Sir Giles Gilbert Scott, back in 1926. And typical for a phone box is busy, eh?
I'd like to complain about my mobile phone, actually. What do you mean they haven't been invented yet?
Oh, seems like his ancestors were as mad as he is, eh? Then in 1936, for King George V's Silver Jubilee, the Jubilee box was invented, and, sir, it was called the K6. Well, throughout history, the phone box stayed solid, but after the wind and the rain and the snow, this sort of thing happened to the K6. Very, very sad, eh? I don't like the look of that one. But what do you do with an old phone box? Of course you turn it into a library, don't be silly. Read any good books lately, Andy?
Oh, yes, I borrowed the jacket from Neil, and this is The Power of the Mind. Don't think Steve Johnson's ever read this one.
No, I don't suppose so for a minute. Or how about having a little cubicle for you to whistle and sing in, and guess who's in here, eh?
Give me back the scrub for us.
No, thanks, Neil. Stay in there. I don't know. Or you could even ask your friendly neighbourhood rag to come round and mix you some fruit cocktails in your phone box. Morning, Rag.
Hi, Gabby.
Or, how about that quiet, intimate little cubicle where your father goes to read the newspaper on a Sunday morning? Yes, it's a toilet, but that's not very private because it's made of glass and I wouldn't want to go to the loo in there. Or how about putting some fish in a phone box? Yes, make an aquarium out of a phone box and fill it with fish. Well, the man that thought up all these crazy ideas is Willie White. Willie, if you join me, please.
Hello.
Hello, Willie.
Hi.
Why do this to phone boxes?
Why not really?
Good answer, good answer. What gave you the idea?
Basically, we have loads and loads of these phone boxes and we supply to our customers' requirements. And sometimes we get asked to convert boxes into these sort of things, and this is what we do.
How many of them have you got?
We've got about 400 at home.
400? Where'd you keep them?
We've got a farm, so we can keep them in one of the fields, really.
That's lucky. Now, how do you convert the, we saw the dirty old K6 down there, into something, one of these designer accessory phone boxes?
Oh, everybody should have one. Well, we start with a K6, which, again, you quite correctly say is the one up there that looks a bit terrible. We sandblast it, we take it all apart, then we put it back together. And if we're going to do a fish tank, we waterproof it all, fill it full of fish, put it all back together. Wonderful. It makes a fantastic
And then
thing.
put the fish in.
Put the fish in, the last thing, of course, yeah.
So how much do these things cost?
From, in the off-street condition, £350, plus VAT, of course.
To? What's the maximum?
21,000.
£21,000 for a phone box? What's it got, diamonds and gold all over it?
No, it's chrome-plated.
Oh, of course. What sort of people buy them, and where would we see them?
All sorts of eccentrics, really. I think anybody that loves England would buy one. Americans buy one. We, in fact, do a shortened version for the American market. We take a panel out, so we shorten it by that much. And it's 8 feet high, so it goes under American ceilings.
Have they got low ceilings?
Yeah, they're 8 feet high generally. So we are about, we can offer a phone box to the American market.
Service for the Americans.
Absolutely.
Willie,
yeah.
thank you very much for bringing them in. Thank you so much.
Thank
If you'd
you.
like to go back and have your cocktail. Now, do you fancy having your very own phone box? No, don't panic. You don't have to reinforce the floors or take a hole in the ceiling. It's this one. Karen, if you could bring it in for us. Thank you very much, Karen. Yes, it is this phone box here. And look, they think of everything. There's even a working phone in it. Now, you can win this if you tell... I can't get it back on the receiver. Huh. Now, if you can tell me the name of the man that invented the very first K2 back in 1926. I said his name twice at the top of this. Send your entries into phone competition, Motormouth, PO Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. That's phone competition, Motormouth, PO Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. And get your entries off as soon as possible to win this. Now, don't forget, if you haven't got a phone, you can always send us a letter.
Whoa! Boom! Hey, there's a phone in a phone box.
Oh, that's
Slap of
brilliant.
my thigh.
Yeah.
Fantastic, wasn't it? Fantastic.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That prize is definitely no phony.
Yes. Very funny, yes. Very good, Steve. Well, I'm afraid now the hour is beholden upon us once again, where it's time to read out our viewers' epistological tributes.
Hey?
Letters, Steve. It's time for the letters.
Oh, great. I'm in this bit, ain't I?
Yes, this bit, as you should casually refer to it, as would not be the same without your manifold talents.
Andy, I think you're a few units short on your phone card, pal. I think you should just sit there and I'll save the show.
Save the show. You couldn't save a penalty from Neil Buchanan.
I think that's a bit cruel, actually.
No, it isn't. I'm just saying what Lee Milson thinks from Plumstead. He writes, Dear Neil, I hope you like my pinhead poem. Neil is the best. Get rid of Steve, he's a pest.
Well, I think Lee's obviously got a problem because Mark of Beaton here has actually got the truth. He says, everybody please clap for the return of Mousetrap. So let's have a big round of applause for me. I tried brilliant.
Aren't you modest?
I am.
Aren't you modest? Well, it's a sad day today, Steve, because it's time for the final ever pinhead poem. Thank you very much indeed for all the pinheads you've sent us. But it's time to draw a veil on that raw creative surge. So I think it's probably fitting that you should read out the last pinhead.
The last one.
The very last one.
Oh, Andy, I'm just holding it together, actually.
Right, well, while Steve's trying to compose himself, I'll read it out for you. Here is the final ever pinhead poem. It goes, Motormouth is great. It's the other channels I hate.
That's beautiful.
Good,
that.
isn't it?
Who sent that in?
And 2 runs so correct, too. Richard Slater from Scotland. Thank you, Richard.
Oh, well done, Richard. I'm lost for words.
Taking advantage of Steve's momentary lapse of language,
Well,
let's
not for
read out
long.
a letter from Naomi Jackson, who writes from Edmonton in London. Dear Andy, she says, I'm a deaf girl of 13 years old, but I do enjoy watching Motormouth. Please, can you get Steve Johnson to say hello to me in sign language? I'm sure we can manage that. Go on, then. Go on, then. No, you've got to do it properly. This is how you do it. If you want to actually have learnt this, you go, hello, Naomi. And that, hello, Naomi. You can manage that. Go on. Marvellous.
Hello, Naomi.
There you see, we can do anything for you here on Motormouth. And on the subject of Steve waving his arms around, you will have noticed over the last few weeks, I've had trouble showing you the rags and tags on his fantastic coat of many letters. This is basically because he won't stand still.
I could do whatever I like, Andy. It's my bit of the show.
I came up with the solution to the problem, but the producer said don't shoot him. So what I'm going to do is show you the rags and tags before we put them on the coat. But you are such a good dancer. We'll have the music anyway, Maestro, please. And Steve, if you'd just like to prance around to a bit of Max Bygraves while I do the rags and tags. Now, we've got two here from a set of brothers. The first one's David Brailsford and his brother Colin Brailsford are both from Adfern by Lochgilth Head in Argyll, but they both sent us...
You can't read, can you?
I can't, no. They're both from Argyll. They've sent us Bugs Bunny
This is
ones.
kind of Neil's kind of music,
And
isn't
this
it?
is from Samantha Louise Taylor, who's from Cumbria, and she sent us a nice little Motormouth tag for Steve's Motormouth jacket.
Motet?
Well, all right, it's M-O-T-O-R, but that's all right. We will still send you a Motormouth T-shirt for your trouble. Thank you for sending in your rag and tag. There we go, that's that. We've finished. We've finished. Sit down.
I'm worn out, Andy.
Yes, we'll sit down and have a breather while we show our viewers animation for this week. This week, it's all on the subject of weightlifting. If you want to send us an animation, I'll give you the address a little later on. But here's this week's one. It's from Simon Cockerell. It's called The Weightlifter. We go up the weight goes, and then the floor collapses. Up with the weights and down with the floors. The end. If you would like to send us an animation like that, I will give you the address a little later on. But remember, you have to send us... It wasn't a very long rest. It was 5 seconds and we showed it twice. These are the sequence of drawings being shouldered... Do it properly, Steve.
I'm trying to do it properly. I'm just not all that bright, am I?
Carefully. A sequence of drawings that tell us stories what we want, and we will animate them for you, and you can see them on the programme live on national television.
These are brilliant, then. They're brilliant.
Thank you, Steve. Charlotte Brandon King has written to us from Oakhampton in Devon. She says, "Dear Motormouth, can I have a tin of Steve's brains to pour over my brother, because he's always being horrible to me?"
You certainly can, but don't forget to warm them up, all right?
Fine. Rachel Roberts from Wrexham near Clwyd. "I would like a piece of your brain to kick around the room."
Whoa! Wear some steel toe-cap boots, OK, because these are a bit hard.
And finally, Claire Flynn writes from Croydon in Surrey and says, "I would like some of Steve's brains because, as you can see from this photograph, I have no brains at all."
That's a lovely picture, that, isn't it? If you've got some lovely postcards...
That's a hideous postcard.
No, but it is lovely. If you've got some lovely postcards like this, why
Hideous.
don't you send them to me? You could send them to me personally, and I might show a few on the box.
You can send us anything you like, but remember, Pinhead poems are finished, but send us rags and tags and animations and hideous postcards and requests for Steve's brain to our usual Motormouth address, which is Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. That's Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. And we look forward to hearing from you. Well done, you've well behaved.
Cheers, mate. Cheers,
and
mate.
not a sign of the infamous Steve Johnson Plazzy bag.
You
so I'm
spoke too
well
soon
pleased.
because, look, there's a tray, and look at that.
What are they?
That is a bogey ball.
What's a bogey ball?
Well, it took me about a week to make. What's this?
That's quite the most revolting thing I've ever seen in my... Take that away. I do not wish to see that anymore. I think before we get many more letters of complaint, we'll watch Bugs Bunny.
OK, Paul, what do you think?
Well, what do you know? It's Dennis the Menace.
I know. I asked my Auntie Beryl to knit me a big, warm, woolly dress for the bonfire, and this is what she came up with. What do you do with that oxyacetylene
Acetylene.
Acetylene
Oh, I'm just raising the flange on the boilerplate here. Do you want to help?
Yes, please.
Yeah, hold this.
Thanks. Paul!
I'm just getting ready early for the 4th of July celebrations.
5th of November.
Sorry, 5th of November.
See if you can read what I'm writing.
Dear Paul, if Juliet catches me with this sparkler, I am dead meat.
Morning.
Sure, how to
Oh,
sneak
could you
up on a
hold
guy.
that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, as you may or may not be aware, bonfire night is soon to be upon us, and although fireworks can be fun, they can also be incredibly dangerous, especially when used indoors. A good job I brought that bucket, isn't it, Millie? Paul. Right, now, I have been studying Edith Eggleston's Guide to Safety in the Home and Garden, and I think it vitally important that we have, and no complaining, please, a fire drill.
Oh, no, Juliet, because I never get to use the hose pipe.
You always make me stand out in the car park in my
I'm a
pajamas.
stickler for detail.
Well, look, there must be something else we can do. How about a bandage drill? We
Yes.
can do a first aid practice.
Yes, that's very intuitive, Paul, but we will need a victim to practice on, Millie.
Oh, I'm always the one with the gashed head.
Okay.
Right, all right?
Where's
Yes,
her?
there.
Hi, everyone. This is Bill
Hi,
Tiny.
Bill.
I got cartoonist Phil Tip, I'm afraid. Can you help me?
Oh, sit yourself down, Bill.
It's just
Sit
a
yourself
just a
down.
fingertip.
Right, everybody, bandage procedure.
Just that part
1,
there.
declare injuries.
Head.
2,
Wrist.
administer aid. It is important to apply the bandage as quickly and as cleanly as possible,
I thought it
taking
was-
care not to jar any of the joints.
Sorry, Bill.
Or obstruct your fellow workers.
sorry.
Make sure bandages are close-fitting and secure, providing total support. Finally, neaten ends with a tight knot or safety pin.
Right, okay.
That is excellent, team.
How are you feeling now, Mr. Tidy?
I think he says he feels much better ever since his fingers are mobilized.
Has anyone seen Bill Tidy? Seen Bill
No,
Tidy?
not at all. No,
He's
sorry.
missed his bus.
Yes, he's busy. He's having something to eat, Neil. Yes.
I'm sure he'll turn up, though.
We'll turn up. We'll bring him to you immediately.
No problem. No problem.
Hi, Neil. Hey, Don't panic, everybody, don't panic. We've got a commercial break coming up. 3.5 minutes. Scissors!
Mummified cartoonist Bill Tidy's with us this morning. Sorry about that, Bill. You can't get the staff nowadays.
I feel much better, though, I must say.
Now, listen, you set a little problem for us at the start of the programme. How to draw 387 baked beans in 10 seconds. We all tried it. I don't think it can be done, can it?
It's a mere bagatelle. Or as we say, it's easy. Give me a countdown, guys, starting now.
10, 9, 8...
Stop! So it's just, instead of thinking that way, it's thinking that way.
So in 3 seconds, he draws I get it, tin of baked beans in 387 baked beans in a tin in 10 seconds.
I thought I saw 2 smiles then.
I think you probably did. Now, look, this coincidentally is the title of your new book, Draw Me 387 Baked Beans in 10 seconds. Yeah. Surely the book's not all about baked beans.
Oh, no, there are different ways to approach the problems I've put. Take this one, for instance, and I'd like you all to have a go at this. This is Tarzan H. Pillsbury.
Tarzan H. Pillsbury.
Right. And he lives in the jungle, right?
Yeah.
Birds flying, trees, snakes, everything.
Okay.
Now, Tarzan was left in the jungle when he was 3 days old, and he was befriended and brought up by flies. Now, remember that. He was raised by flies. Now, in 10 seconds, I want you to draw me his parents, his 42 brothers, his 69 sisters, and his 522 cousins.
Now, there's clues in there. He was brought up by flies.
He was raised by flies.
I think I know how to do this.
10 to go, starting now.
Brought up by flies,
10,
big family.
9, 8...
There it goes.
Okay.
Stop the clock, stop the clock.
Now,
is that right?
Well, hold on a minute.
Hang on.
Who is this?
What do you mean? That's his dad.
No, his dad wears glasses.
Get out of it. Go on, do another one.
Do you want to try another one?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, here's a simple one.
Go on.
In 10 seconds, draw me £5.5 million and a bandaged knee.
Okay, anyone can think of that? £5.5 million.
Starting now.
And a bandaged knee.
10, 9.
Anyone think of it? 8, 7, 6. Now we've got
5.
Let's see if this lot down here.
3. Stop!
Anyone
we
got
got
the
it
idea?
over there.
Anyone got the idea? No.
Yeah, we got the shout over there.
What was it?
It's Gaza.
Oh, it's Gaza, of course. Yeah, of course. Valuable man, bandaged knee, Gaza.
Exactly.
So it's just a case of thinking about the clues that you've set.
Of course, yeah.
And that's all in your book.
It's all in the book. All you have to do is think in a different way. Look for the little secret words that give it away.
And what happens when you've done them all in the book? Do you do them all in pencil or something and you can reuse the book?
Oh, yeah, it's a rub-out game so that you can do it on your friends and you know the answer, which makes life 10 times better.
Do another quickie then.
OK. How about drawing me in 10 seconds 687 carrots, starting now.
10, 9, 8. You do it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2...
What is it? It's a diamond. Who got it?
Anyone get it?
I heard somebody shout, it's a Gaza diamond.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, I've got an idea, right? I've got one for you.
OK, I'm game.
Let's see if I can fool the master at this.
OK, I'm game.
Draw 5 houses, 10 streets, 6 churches, 7 blocks of flats, 400 people, all in Flood Valley City in 10 seconds.
Flood Valley City, all those houses. OK, I'm ready to...
I'll give you 10. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah.
Starting from now. Someone over there's going.
Flood
Go on,
Valley.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stop the clock. He's done it.
Yeah, but
brilliant.
The church showed just at the end because there was a special wedding service going on.
Boom, boom.
OK?
All right. Well, listen, I think it's a good idea maybe if we can share this out a little bit and have some fun on the phones. What do you think?
What, give out a couple of problems?
I think we should, don't you?
OK, I'm game.
Now, here's one that you've half finished here. What do we have to do with this? If you take a close look at this, what do we have to do?
This is C.F. Plonk, the world's
great... related to Steve?
Exactly.
Right, you got it, yeah, go on.
The world's greatest shot, the most accurate marksman in the world. OK, he's the most accurate shot in the world.
Right.
He won the cup, and I want you to draw me the 900 shots he had at his target that won him the cup.
All right, the 900 shots...
that he had
at his target. Now, you've got to really think about that one. Think carefully about it. So we'll set that one for you to phone in. Let's try another one as well, just in case that's too hard.
We'll do a numbers one. We'll do a numbers one. I want you to draw me a Jimmy White 147 snooker break.
A Jimmy White 147 snooker break.
Think about it, guys.
Or the answer to this. Now, if you think you know what it is, give us a ring here at Motormouth today. and see if you can give the answer to how to draw those two problems in 10 seconds. And I'll give you the phone number. Should we do the phone number over here?
Whatever you like,
See if you
baby.
can do it in 10 seconds. The phone number to ring is 0703 0703 22 77 44. That's 07. Can you make that 7 clearer?
I'll do it again.
0703 22 77 44. Ring now and please dial carefully. And for those who get it right, we'll give them one of your books. How's that?
They can have a drawing as well.
Smashing. That sounds like a good deal to me.
Right, I'm going to try you with a secret one now.
Oh, don't get your eyebrows in an uproar, Max. I mean, Bill was a good sport about it.
Don't be fooled by that polite exterior. He was bound to be cross. And cross to be bound.
Paul, this is Archer McLean. If you'd like to take him up to his dressing room.
Great
please.
game. Listen, I think I'm having some problems with my stun shot I'm trying.
Max, there are some rather unruly children in reception.
Oh, no. Have you got rid of them?
Well, I can't. They wouldn't budge. They said they want to speak to somebody called Chompy.
Chompy?
Yeah, they say he works here. I mean, do you know anyone called Chompy?
No.
Well, neither do I. And even if I did, I wouldn't admit to it.
Neither would I. Well, look, don't worry about it, Juliet. I will deal with them.
Wonderful. Thanks, Max. Oh, Max, mind that chair.
Now, why don't we all just sit nicely and be good little boys? Why don't we try singing one of those nice little songs that you sing round the campfire?
Oh, just shut up!
Good heavens. It's Crispin and the Cubs from hell.
Max, some idiot has sent these children here for firewood.
She just called your mum an idiot, Chunky.
Yes, it's true. My mother is Arcala. Why did she send you here? What do you want?
Well, she said you were the boss of the studio and that you get us some firewood.
Well, the boss, I mean, yeah, I suppose I am the boss, really, and she's here, isn't she?
And you're still here, aren't you? Now, look, I'm really sorry about this, but could you please get your feet off the table? And could you straighten that woggle? You'd look much nicer. And could you stop picking your nose? It's not really very nice, is it?
Oh, shut up, okay? Get lost. Okay. Look, we all need to take orders from Chompy. Get
it? Of course you do, yes, I get it absolutely. Spot on. Millie, could you help me in the lounge, please? And could you get rid of that chair, please, Chompy?
Now look, Crispin, Bartholomew, Vladimir, Cedric, look, I can't block...
Maud is going to be here shortly with the van, so you better get us some firewood or Arcala's going to hear about it. Did you get it?
It's very simple, really. The beef eaters under Parliament bring in these special barrels of beef-flavoured explosive.
Right.
It's not a bit like you think it is.
All right, let's go through this again.
Yeah.
You put the guy on top of the stack of wood and you set fire to him because he failed to blow up the Houses of Parliament.
Well, no, it wasn't to blow the place. It was just to wake the people up because they're all lying there fast asleep most of the time.
You English are weird.
Well, no,
Very weird.
I think you should do...
the light. Chompy is the son of Arcala.
See what I mean? Wow.
Paul, I need your help.
Oh, okay. Hear and obey. Back in a minute. Oh, neato.
Yeah. Well, you told me to prepare this for a practice table for Andy, and I've done my best.
Andy is practicing to be a snooker player, Millie, not a fruit bat.
Oh.
Nice try, though.
Anyway, the practice table is about 25 times bigger than that. So we're going to have to make space in this room for it. So can you please clear the furniture?
Yeah.
Thank you. And this against the fridge, please.
Well, why don't we just put it out in the yard?
It'll be perfectly all right there, Millie.
It's an obstruction.
Look, Juliet, if somebody's coming in from reception, la 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 la, boom!
Or Rag comes in with a big tray of glasses and look where he's going. Whoa!
Whoa! Or somebody just minding their own business. Ah! Huge catch in the leg.
Somebody comes in backwards, they don't know the sofa's been moved. Whoa!
Well, that's very amusing. But I think you'll agree that somebody with even slightly less than average intelligence would enter the room, see that the sofa was there, take a step to the left, walk past the sofa, take a very clever adjusting step to the right, and leave the room. Only a complete idiot would fail to notice it was there.
Oh! That's a good place to leave us a tea.
Should we move it into the yard now, please?
We're thinking of moving Steve to Siberia, aren't we, Steve?
Yeah? Why?
Well, you may have noticed that over the last couple of weeks we've had a few problems with our competitions, haven't we, Steve?
Well, I'll do the best I can.
Steve keeps messing them up, basically. So we've decided to give him one last chance. That's fair, isn't it, everyone? One last chance. All right,
Thanks,
fair enough.
thanks.
Well, if you remember in the Hulk Hogan competition last week, he asked, what does WWF stand for? Well, it stands for World Wrestling Federation. All the winners that we pick out will receive 2 of these Hulk Hogan videos and 1 of these fantastic bandanas. And now, the big moment. Will Steve be able to pick out 3 winners without making a mistake, Steve?
I'll do my best, yeah.
Well, I've got something for you as a bit of an incentive.
What's that for?
Well, any mistakes and you get bonked with it. Is that fair enough? Yeah. It's fair enough.
Fair enough, then. Fair enough.
Pick out 3 winners.
Oh, look, here's 2 here. It's Jason Brown, and he's from Northumberland.
Hang on, let me see. Yes, Jason, yes, well done. Well
Christopher
done,
Dean, he's from Bournemouth.
Let's have a look at that. Christopher...
Yes. Oh, Laurie Harriet, and she's from Brighton.
Laurie Well done, no mistakes. Brilliant. Dish, dish, dish.
What were you hitting me for?
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Well, I did say any mistakes, didn't I? Dish, 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 dish. And now, Samurai Pizza.
Right, go on then, lads. Take it away. Go on. Keep going. Yeah, keep moving. Off you go. Right, Crispin. I'll get the other chair. Nah, won't bother. OK, take it away, Maud.
Well, I am completely exhausted. But I think you'll agree it was worth it. This room looks amazing.
Did somebody say something then?
Yeah, I think it was the voice of Juliet the Oppressor.
Well, scoff as you may, but as well as brawns, to achieve an operation of this nature, you also need brains.
I've had enough of this. Let's get the snooker table.
Oh. Have we been burgled?
No, Max, we have not been burgled. If you hadn't snuck off to the studio to watch Pizza Cats, you would know that we were moving the furniture to accommodate the snooker table.
Oh, well, I'm sure you've used your time very wisely, but the snooker table's not coming in here.
Why didn't you tell me that?
What's there to tell? It's going through the scene dock into the studio.
Looks like the Brains Trust had a malfunction.
I've got one thing to say, Juliet. You've been snookered.
I've got one thing to say, Millie. I am misunderstood. Please come with me, Paul, and help me get the furniture back in.
Coming misunderstood.
Where is the furniture?
It's in the yard.
Oh, the yard. The yard! Oh, Maud. Millie.
Yes?
Millie.
Yes.
Millie.
Yes?
You see, I told the Cubs that I'd leave some stuff for the bonfire in the yard, and Maud's got this Land Rover.
Ah!
No, Juliet. No, Juliet.
Now,
where is the furniture?
Yeah, chimpo.
Millie will explain.
Yes?
Maud's gone on safari in the woods, I think.
Oh, hello. Hello. Could I speak to Arcala, please? It's Max. Max Church. Max Welch. It's Chompy. Hello, Mother. Yes. Oh, well, yes, I'm sure it will burn very well, but look, that's why I'm calling you. You see, we need it back. Well, I know it's tatty, but it's all we've got. Mother, I do not want a bonfire proficiency badge. I want the furniture back. Well, no, we just haven't got time. I'm sorry, we haven't got the time. No, we're doing a live show here. We haven't got time to make it. Blackmail is a very ugly word. Well, look, I'll see what I can do, but I've really got to go now. Yeah, I've got to go. Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, she's not best pleased.
Well, as my granddad used to say, at least we've still got the kitchen units.
Oh, brilliant, Paul. Hello, Mr. Kendo. Welcome to Motormouth. Would you like to take a seat in the sink while I just make you a cup of tea?
Right. I've got some good news and some bad news.
Good news, please.
Well, Mother says we can have the furniture back.
Oh, Max, that's fantastic. Bad news?
Well, the bad news is that she won't give it back until she gets a guy.
What? You mean just like a regular guy?
Guy Fawkes. Oh. Look, Max, how are we supposed to do that? This is a live television program, not a puppet workshop.
Juliet, I'm really sorry about this, but either the guy sits on the bonfire or we sit on the floor.
This is ridiculous.
Well, at least we've got one chair to see us through.
Well, I suppose there is that.
Look, Max, how do you make a guy anyway?
Well, I don't know. Oh.
Things were falling apart on Motormouth. The whole show was collapsing. Competitions were being ruined. But we seem to have remedied that now, don't we?
Miraculously, everything seems to be going so well all of a sudden.
Now, if you see your name zipping along the bottom of the screen, it means you are now a year member to the Sea Life Centre, because it means you've won our competition. We asked you the question last week, what type of fish is a kipper? And it is a herring.
What, a red herring?
Was that a mistake?
No, it was a joke.
It was a bad joke.
Ow, stop.
Do you want to do a competition?
No, Andy, you're Andy, aren't you?
Call me Neil, you call me Neil.
You haven't done very much this morning. Why didn't you do a joke? A
Right, you will remember. A joke. You will remember that we were joined recently by Paul Stewart and Justin Bell to tell us about the London to Venice Orient Express Challenge. We offered you this remote control Ferrari F40 as a prize, or if you were over 4'10", an early drive at Brands Hatch. The two questions were, what is the sequence of traffic lights at road junctions? Well, the answer to that is red, red and amber, green, amber and red. I got that right, didn't I? And the second part of the question was, which of the two cars, which were, Steve?
Lamborghini Diablo and a Pantera Tommaso.
Which would cross the line first at Venice? Well, unfortunately, Justin had a few problems. He finished 9th. But Paul Stewart and the Diablo not only crossed the line first out of the two cars, they won the race, he and his co-driver. So well done. The Ferrari F40 is going to John Pierpoint from Barnsley in South Yorkshire. He's under 4'10". And the early drive at Brands Hatch, Joanna Goulding, Nuneaton in Warwickshire. Enjoy your drive.
Is it your turn?
No. Gabby, what are you doing now?
I thought you were going to leave it to me. Yes, we've got the winners of the Wayne Sleep competition. Wayne asked, which royal did he dance with 2 years ago? The answer was the Princess of Wales. And you've won yourself the videos, Step into Ballet, and these dancing shoes. Look, they dance on their own, eh? Clever stuff. And the winners are Karina Cubitt from West Sussex. No, it was
dance on their own.
an illusion. It was an illusion. Ben Mann from Market Deeping, Emma Frank from Bristol. No, it was an illusion. Angela Watson from Gillingham, and the person who wins the dancing shoes on their own is Katie Ford from Sheffield.
She's a hologram.
Well done. But now,
get to Steve, get to Steve.
Hush, please. Hush, please. The big moment. The time, the place to give away the Sean Astin jacket and the Memphis Belle videos. This jacket is up for grabs to the winner of the question. And the question was, how many crew members were on the Memphis Belle? The answer was 10, and Steve Johnson is now going to pick the winning card.
I'll do it properly, honestly. It's this one I've got in my hand here. And it's Nicky Wotton, who comes from Newcastle in Staffordshire.
Hold on, let me just check it. Nicky Wotton. Yeah, well done, Nicky.
Congratulations. Gee, well done.
Hold on. It's time for the ads now, and what time does that make it, Steve?
10:15, mate.
In Moscow.
Please, somebody get me a
Welcome back to Motormouth. It's one of the most popular spectator sports on television. The top professionals can earn hundreds of thousands of pounds, and more people are taking it up. I'm talking, of course, he said missing and giving 4 away, about snooker. Now, the problem with taking up snooker was that, A, even a three-quarter-size table like this costs thousands of pounds, and it's big. It's far too big to get into your bedroom. That wouldn't even go into my lounge. Problem solved now, though, in the shape of Archer McLean, who has devised the Jimmy White Whirlwind Snooker computer game. Good morning, Jane. Archer.
Morning.
Tell me, what is this as realistic as genuine snooker that I was attempting to play and failing miserably?
Yeah, it's basically...
Well, you put the white in. I mean, at least
that's enough. That's enough. This is about as basically as correct as you're going to get.
Right, well, I've played computer games at home, and the thing with computer games is once you get used to them and play them over and over and over again, you get used to what it's going to do.
Yeah.
So, surely, if you were to break off every time, it's going to break it's going to be the same every time, surely?
No. Each time the pack is laid, they are randomly replaced. I mean, it's accurate to about half a micron in terms of position of the balls. And if I go close, then you have a look. Now, I'll relay them as quickly as I can.
Let's have a look.
Now, watch me relay them.
Reds.
See them shuffling around?
So
each time the break's going to be different. There's about 3 trillion possibilities for where they all sort of sit.
Fine. Oh, well, let's cheat. We'll not break off from the D. Let's take the white ball down the table and split the pack.
All right. Well, there's some awesomely complex maths gone into this, so if I whack that pack,
it should... That's the thing you don't get on regular snooker, isn't it? A little white line to show you the trajectory of the cue ball. OK, let's split the pack up and see what happens.
Give it a second to think about it. Here we go.
So the computer has to think about the shot you've set in.
There you go. Oh, we nearly got one in. Not quite.
OK, I'm not terribly computer literate, nor am I a terribly good snooker player, but take me through potting a ball, stage by stage.
Right, well, what you would basically do, this is in trick shot mode, so we can muck around with the balls, place them where we want. But if I basically go up to the white, let's just find a suitable red. We look around the table.
So you can look at all angles, all different aspects.
This one here looks good. Yeah, but you play the game in 2 different ways. One is you can control the game with a pointer on these little icon boxes here.
What's an icon?
An icon is a little control box which does 2 or 3 things depending on how many buttons you press.
Yeah.
Or you can do what I do, which is drag the table around it like that.
Using the mouse, that's what they call it in computers.
Exactly.
Now, OK, let's pot a red, Arch.
Let's line up on that. Get it in there. Let's put a bit of chalk on, bit of power. Take the shot, and it should go in the corner.
You never know.
Brilliant.
Superb. I noticed you chalking your cue. Is that just a computer gimmick?
No, you've got to put it on. I mean, if you've got any sort of amount of spin or you've got a block shot you have to put spin on, you've got to put chalk on. Now, I'll move the spin across. I won't put any chalk on, and it should miss cue, but it's random.
You never know.
See what happens. Brilliant. There you go.
That's the way I play snooker.
It's the same with top. If I put it... This is a computer, of course. You can undo the shot.
You can do it all again, yeah.
No chalk, top spin. See what happens.
Miss cue again.
Brilliant.
So if you don't chalk your cue...
Well, if you put on, say, side spin, put the chalk on, it should work.
It should work in the pocket,
but
you never know.
There you go.
But at least it cued. OK, well, can you do the kind of stuff that they do in, like, World Championships? Can you swerve the ball? Can you do the massage shots, things like that?
I'll show you a
shot. That's what separates the men from the boys.
All right, I'll show you a swerve. Now, what I'll do is I'll put the white up here, and I'll snooker myself on, say, the pink.
OK, so we're snookered on the pink by the blue.
Right, now, if I put on maximum side, maximum top...
Archer McLean.
Loads of chalk, about that much power.
Snookered on the pink.
Should just go around the blue.
Play a swerve shot here. Let's see how he does.
Look at that.
Around it goes.
Brilliant.
Knocks the pink. Excellent. Well, I'm going to challenge you.
Yeah.
Judging by my performance at the beginning of the part of Motormouth there, it's not going to be a particularly difficult challenge. But what we're going to do, can you set up just the last 6 colours? No reds, just the last 6 colours.
Right.
And we have the last 6 colours, albeit slightly easier, over the pockets for me on the table. 45 seconds, I will pot as many of the 6 colours as I can, and we'll see whether your computer can pot the 6 colours faster than me. Not that it would be particularly difficult to do. Somebody, can you watch the clock and give us an idea how I'm doing, OK? Are we ready? I'm going to start with the yellow. It goes yellow, green, brown, blue, pink, black, doesn't it?
Sure.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I'm going to do a reverse here, hang on.
Genius! Come on, boy.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Stop, 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 stop! I'm going in off.
Brilliant.
You cheat!
How you doing, Arch?
We're all right. I'm cheating. Oh, cheat.
8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 8, 7.
Yes! I've done a lot. Cleared the table. Join me over here, Arch. How did you do?
It didn't do the pink or black?
You didn't do the pink or black. Well, I potted all 6, but albeit I put the pink in with my cue, and I actually went in off the blue. But we have a little challenge, don't we? A little competition,
We do.
rather. We've got... I'm out of breath, and it was only snooker. We've got 2 of these Jimmy White snooker computer games to give away, and 2 of these, which are signed Jimmy White snooker cues. And the competition question is...
If there are 10 reds on the table and all the colours, what's the maximum score you can get?
If there are 10 reds left on the table...
And you win one of these.
All the colours... what's the maximum score you can get? You'll have to do a bit of mathematics. That's assuming you take the black every time, presumably.
That's right.
If you think you know, send your answer on a postcard or a stuck-down envelope to Snooker Competition. That's Snooker Competition, Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. That's Snooker Competition, Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. I look forward to playing that. I'll probably be better at the computer game than I will at the table. And with that, in a contrived and very well thought-out link, he now says... Cue Neil.
Oh, I'm sorry we had to cut that item short because Andy's got to get that clobber back to Mossbros by 10:30. And off he goes there. Now, a little earlier on, Bill Tidy was driving us all crazy with these cartoon problems he's been posing. There was one that we threw out there, Bill. We've had loads of phone calls. Can we just have a look at it first off? What was the problem you set us?
This was the most accurate shot in the world, who delivered 900 shots on the target to win the cup. And we had to draw those 900 shots in 10 seconds.
The challenge was to do it in 10 seconds. OK, well, on our phone here, we've got Naomi Shepherd from Havant. Are you there, Naomi? Are you there?
Yep.
Hiya, how are you doing?
All right.
Bit of a cartoonist yourself, are you?
Well, no, not really, but I like cartoons.
You like looking at them? Do you think you've solved this problem, then?
Yep.
OK, how'd you draw it in 10 seconds? Here's Bill on the other end of the phone.
Hi, Naomi. How are you?
All right.
Oh, well, don't say too much. Go on, all right. Tell me where to put my marks, my 900 marks.
How'd you do it?
He fires once,
Yeah.
it makes one hole,
OK.
and all the other shots go through the same
Same
hole.
And of course, yes, that takes less than 10 seconds to do. Well done, Naomi. I think a bit of a prize there, don't you?
I shall send this picture and I'll sign it now. So,
and a copy of your book, I think,
and a copy of the book, yep.
It's on its way to you, Naomi. Thanks for phoning. Ta-ra.
Bye.
See you later. And what was the next problem, Bill?
Hello? Our next problem...
The phones.
Our next problem was... No, let's be serious about
Get
this.
on with it.
Our next problem
St.
was...
Greavy's on in an hour. Go on.
147 snooker break by Jimmy White.
OK,
Can we draw that in 10 seconds?
On the other end of the phone, we've got Christopher Burke from Motormouth. Are you there, Chris?
Yeah.
What do you think the answer is?
I reckon it's a blank snooker table with one white ball on it.
You think it's a blank snooker table, one white ball, and it will take less than 10 seconds to do. Is it right, Bill?
Well, where's the white ball? Quickly.
Top
end?
Top end.
You got it.
And well done, Christopher. Send the drawer in.
Oh, definitely.
And a copy
book.
of Bill's book. It's on its way to you. Thanks for phoning.
Bye.
Ta-ra,
Cheers,
mate.
bye.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Now listen, good luck with the book, Bill.
Thanks
Is there
very
another
much,
book on its way?
Yes, there may well be a lot of books on its way, and I think it would be a good idea. It's a lot of work for me to think these things. What do you think if we...
OK, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll ask you to give some ideas. If you've got any ideas for these 10-second problems like Bill's been doing here today, send them in to us at Motormouth. We'll pass them on to Bill, and if he likes any of them, he'll put them in his book, and you'll get a credit and a copy of the book. That sounds like a good deal to me. The address to send to is Draw Me Competition, Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, not Poo Box, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL, the usual Motormouth address, and good luck with that.
Excuse me, Bill, I've just got one here. I've just been thinking one up, all right?
Yeah?
It's for you, Neil.
All right.
I want you to draw me 56 million dogs in 10 seconds, right?
Okay.
And to help you out, how about that there? 10, 9, how's long? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
you
1.
cheated!
There we go. What is it?
You cheated!
So did I.
And now Samurai Pizza dogs. Oh, was that another mistake?
I hate you.
I love that bit there. Now, of course, more Samurai Pizza Cats same time next week on Motormouth. Now, it's a quickie competition for you. If you'd like to win, look at this smile from Nicole. If you'd like to win a Motormouth hat, she's a giggler here, Motormouth T-shirt, top 10 singles, well, where do the clogs, the tulips, and the cheese come from? I'll give you a clue. It's the same place that Anita and Ray, they are 2 Unlimited. Here's their number 3 single. Get ready for this. Where does all this come from?
Unlimited, and that's their current single. Just to remind you, while Gabby gets kitted out for Kendo for the top 10 singles in the Motormouth goodies, where are they and all these from?
OK, Paul, you ready for this? How's the guy coming on?
Well, I'm doing the head, Millie's doing the body, but we need a bit more time.
Well, I wish you'd get a move on. The sooner it's ready, the sooner we can hand it over and get our furniture back.
Right. What's happening?
Because your mother called, Max.
No, she's calling at 11, and if everything's ready, she's going to send the boys round with Maud.
11 o'clock? I'm making the Kendo men a cup of tea. They're due any second. What are they going to sit on?
Look, Kendo men don't need soft furnishings to sit on. It's a martial art that combines mental discipline with physical rigor.
Really?
Max, all you know about physical rigor is having to get your teeth through your Garibaldi biscuit in the morning.
Oh, very droll, very droll. I'll have you know that I've spent much of my life studying the martial arts.
Really?
Yes.
We believe you, Max.
All right, come on, come at me.
Oh, Max, are you okay, Max?
Sorry about that.
Goodness,
Don't fuss. I was just showing Paul how to do a fall without hurting yourself.
Of course you were. Oh, doorbell.
I'll get it.
Maxwell Pinocchio Church.
Yeah, what does he know about Kendo,
Absolutely
honestly?
nothing. I think it's time to cut him down to size.
That's an idea.
Yes, It's the kendo team.
Hi guys. I see you've met Max, our resident kendo expert.
If you need any tips, just ask him. He's pretty au fait with it.
Okay.
Right.
What are we going to do?
Teach him a lesson.
Yeah, that's a very good idea, but how?
Well, let's
think of something.
Yeah, okay.
How come only 5 kendo men have gone to the corridor? I thought there should have been 6.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Sorry, I'm late. I'll be parking the car. Oh, that's okay, but you have to come out here. I'll take care of this.
Okay.
Just come out here a second.
It's time to expose a fraud called Max.
Max, what are you doing?
Can't you tell?
No.
Well, I'm doing kendo. You see, it's all in the neck action.
I'll tell you what, if I had a big stick, I'd hit you with it.
Oh.
Oh, hi. Max, the moment that you have been waiting your whole life for has arrived.
Yeah.
One of the kendo men hasn't turned up. So, you're on.
Yes, well, I know it's an unusual problem to have in a TV studio, but the man from the council's coming in. So if you could just wait out here for a second, I'll come and get you, okay? Hold on.
Okay, Maxwell kendo rehearsal, take 1.
Okay, I'm a huge big thug running at you with a knife. Ah!
Now you can hurt somebody.
Get off
No,
me!
no,
Get
you
off
don't
me!
know your own
Okay.
strength,
Ow,
Max.
Okay, Max, tense those stomach muscles. I am a huge kicking thug.
Oh, you all right, Julia?
Okay, Max, I'm a big thug. There's your spoon on the ground.
Oh, please.
Oh,
Germs on the floor.
Max, that is
Oh, you did.
fantastic.
All right. Those kendo guys are going to be trying to rip your face off. But with your newfound skills, you're going to be more than a match for them.
But I can't...
Get that armor on.
Ready, Max?
Okay, time to unleash the warrior in you, Max.
You see, there's been a terrible problem. I can't find the stuff anywhere, and I can't go on.
Oh, well, you see, that's okay, Max. Everything's just fine then, because Phil has turned up. So you don't need to.
No,
I'm
Julia.
sorry, Phil, because Max has lost all your armor and stuff. I don't know what we can do. No.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
You may be wondering why I'm standing here between 2 sinister men dressed in blue holding long sticks. Well, you're right, I must be mad. So I'm going to get out of here because this is the ancient art of kendo. Whoa, you could stop now and take your bows. All right, thanks very much. Do you want to come in, please, Ken? This is kendo. Ken Povey, I assume you get that a lot, can't you? You are the trainer of the British... Manager of the British kendo team.
Correct.
Please tell us, is kendo all about shouting and screaming and hitting each other with big sticks?
Well, I know it looks that way, but there's a lot more to it than that. There's a lot of skill involved, a lot of hard training, and it takes a long time to get to the standard these guys have got to.
Well, tell us a bit about the history of kendo. Where does it come from?
Well, very much like our knights of old, it came about the same time. It's nearly 1,000 years in Japan from the warrior classes, and now we're into modern kendo, where we use the bamboo stave in place of the sword and the armour you can see.
So was that the Japanese samurai then? That's what we know as a samurai?
Yes, from the samurai classes. It's a modern kendo is a refinement of the earlier training methods.
Right, well, is there some tradition? Oh, it is very noisy. Is there some traditions to it?
Oh yes, you've got to observe the etiquette. You've got to bow before you start to practice, and after. You must show the utmost respect for your opponent, even though the aim is to actually knock him about a little bit.
So the bowing is like shaking hands, isn't it?
Yes, it's a formal introduction before battle, isn't it?
It's a very noisy sport, isn't it?
It
You
is.
have to do a lot of shouting. Now, you've got a very strange sort of costume. It's strange clothes that you wear. Now, we've got a Motormouth model, and that is Gabby. Gabby, do come in. She looks terrific, actually. Take us... Why do you have to wear these big, baggy trousers?
OK, the hakama, it's a hakama. It gives you freedom of movement. It's traditional Japanese dress anyway. Freedom of movement, plenty of ventilation, and then
So it's not a dress then, it's actually trousers?
No, it's like culottes, yeah, split trousers, yeah.
No, what is this?
That's
There's Gabby in there.
That's the dough. That is the target dough. It obviously protects the rib cage and round the sides.
So what's this made out of?
It's bamboo slats interlaced underneath with a leather lacquered coating on top, and the rest is leather.
So that protects your waist. And this here, what's this?
That's the men. That's the helmet. It protects the head, obviously, the face, and these wings here protect the neck and the shoulders. You also have a pad on the front to protect the throat.
There's a girl under there, actually. Little Gabby. Sorry, there's Gabby. Now, this is your sword?
Girls can do this, yes, of course they can, yeah.
Right, now this is your sword. This is made out of bamboo, yeah?
That's correct.
What's this actually called?
A shinai.
A shinai?
Shinai.
Right. Now, tell us a bit about how it's going on in this country at the moment.
It's doing very well. We in the World Championships in May in Canada, we got to the quarterfinals where we were knocked out by Japan, who always win it anyway.
Right.
I mean, they're virtually professionals. So.
Right, now you're going to show us some moves. Gabby, you want to get into your position. We've got somebody here to help us teach some moves in. Right. Now you're going to do. Out, lads. If Jarvis going to show us now, so come a bit of silence, please. I can't hear myself think. Now, Gabby, you're going to show us some moves. You're going to show us the first move that you've learned today. And what's this one they're going to do now?
Well, first they go into Sonkyo.
Which is the bow.
Sonkyo,
right.
Yeah. And up.
And up.
And Gabby's now going to cut men.
Right.
To the head.
Oh, she cut one man
good.
in a men, yes.
Very good.
Now, that was a men, that was to the head. Now, there's another one to the neck, isn't there?
First, next kote.
Kote.
Which is the wrist, the leading wrist.
Right.
Yeah, kote!
Very
good, Gabby.
Very good.
Kote. And then there's one, the last one is to the...
No, then the dough to the body, a cut to the body.
Right.
Yeah, dough!
Oh!
Very good.
Just about killed him. Now, if we just ask now, if people are interested in kendo, take the bow. If they're interested in kendo, how do they find out about it?
They can apply to the Martial Arts Commission.
Right.
I believe you have the address.
I've got the address. It's Martial Arts Commission. All right, 16 Deptford Broadway, Deptford, London, SE16. That's the British Kendo Association, care of the Martial Arts Commission, 16 Deptford Broadway, Deptford, London, SE16. Thanks very much for coming in, Ken. Thanks very much for bringing the lads in.
Yeah,
for a bit of a battle together. And thank you very much, Gabby. Please don't hit me with that big stick.
You're not finished this makeshift sofa yet.
Look, it was hard enough getting the Mousetrap bathtub off Steve. Now, I can make it into a sofa, but it's going to take time. Now, Juliet's been on to me, and now you. What do you guys want from me, bud?
Paul, okay, me, Millie, calm down.
Sorry. Listen, if you think I'm mad, you should see Juliet. She's sitting on the floor in there, paralyzed with rage.
Do you think I better go and have a word with her?
Yeah, but stay between her and the door.
Okay. That's a nice tune. Juliet, I think you should stop bottling up your feelings. You're going to make yourself ill. You should learn to relax, not get so stressed out. I mean, calm down.
Nothing you could say or do will affect me, Millie. I will rise above it. The Kendo men have taught me the ancient art of transcendental meditation.
What, something to do with your teeth?
I now know the sound of one hand clapping, and I exist on a higher plane.
Well, how are you going to get to work?
They said my troubled spirit would disconnect from my body, and I would achieve the ultimate in relaxation. It's working. I now no longer feel my legs.
Well, you've probably got cramp.
Millie!
Oh. Well, I sorted her out.
Look,
Paul,
can you give me a hand? Can you reach the plug in there?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just right down at the bottom.
Right, I've got it. You want me to pass it to you?
Yeah, hang on, I'll come and... Whoa! I'm sorry about that. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Oh, I'll get it. Oh. Sorry, I forgot we were trapped in a tub. We're trapped in a tub!
Paul! Money, bad me, Max, the phone's ringing. Money, bad me, Millie! I'm just gonna get it myself. Oh no, my legs are completely gone to sleep. Wake up! Oh, this is ridiculous. Look, I'm warning you. Yes, I'll be there in a minute.
Mother. Hello, Mumsy.
Right. And you get, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and then if you get them wrong...
Yay, that's
back,
good
isn't
news.
it?
Cheers, lad. Cheers.
Mousetrap,
back, yeah.
Excellent.
Cheers,
Cracking game, cracking game.
Why? Why is it so cracking? Why is it so popular, Neil? Why is Mousetrap?
What's a good board game to start with? Really good game.
Yeah. And the prizes, I suppose the prizes of Mousetrap are really excellent, aren't they?
And popular host? Popular host?
Steve, I mean, he's funny, he's witty, he's good looking, he's entertaining.
And also he can jump up and down on the spot.
Oh, I see, yeah, and he can wave his arms around at the same time, can't he?
And he can do it frantically on one leg as well.
Yeah, and then he can pull out all the money and show everybody how much dosh he's got.
And the best thing is he gives it all to his mates.
These are all the reasons why Mousetrap's so popular. Thanks, Steve.
I love it.
That's why we love Mousetrap.
To another game out! Yes, let's meet our 2 contestants today. Your name is?
Raj.
And how old are you?
13.
And where are you from?
I'm from Ealing.
And what hobbies have you got?
I play the flute.
Oh, flute. Do you expect to be a champion flutist one day?
Hope so.
So do I. And your name is?
Hanya Piensky.
And how old are you?
I'm 13 years old.
And what's your favourite hobbies?
Well, I like horse riding.
I don't like riding nice horses. They don't get on with me. Right, this week's Little Helpers, and they are Elizabeth Elenda and Daniel House. And that man in the middle who is Rags. Give him a big cheer. Now, you know the rules to the game. You've got 7 minutes to get round. If you get round that 7 minutes, you're going to win this fabulous 4-star prize, which is a colour TV. Ooh. All right, you're quietly confident you're going to win?
Yeah.
Well, we'll soon find out. Are we ready?
Yeah!
Right, let's do the count, shall we? 3, 2, 1, go! Across that pole, get across this pole, come on. Away you go, cheer them on. Come on, you come to this bit. Come on, you can do it. You do it, across to here, either side of me here. Come on, come on. Those long legs of yours. Right, now, underneath here, I have 10 objects. You've got 10 seconds to remember as many as you can, all right? Are you ready? Start remembering, all right? You've got to remember them. Got a glove there, got a penguin, cat, orange. You've got a couple of seconds left. Stegosaurus, can you remember? All right, I'm going to put that down again. Remember that, all right? Let's move on to the next. Touch slide, go for it. Maybe outside. No, you can't go yet till he comes back. You're a bit keen, aren't you? Come back to here. All right, you've got to go and switch that lever off there, all right? Wait for him to come back and tag you. All right, come on, go, back over to here, Yes, and back again. All right, come back, it's your time you're wasting, Hania. Get in there and see if you can find the snakes. If you walk, it's your time. There are snakes in there, 3 of them. Oh, no, I don't like snakes. Come on, there are 3 snakes in there. Look for them, there might be. Come on. Come on, you can find them. Take them all out. Take them all out. Come on. You found one? Right. Well, we'll make do with the one. Come on down to the puzzle square. We've got 2 there. Right, we've got 2. Let's move on to the puzzle square. Right. What you've got to do is you've got a load of cakes here, right? Choose one at a time. What you've got to do is you've got to make 3 cuts across it to divide it into 7 sections, all right? 3 cuts, 7 sections. Pick up the knife. There it is, the palette knife. See how you get going. Talk about this one. How are you going to do it? Come on.
Wait, try this.
Try it like this. We've got 2.
That's 2.
That's 2. And we've got 4. So how are we going to make 7? 5, 6, 3 cuts. You can't make another cut. You've got to try again. Let's try again.
Have a go.
Right. Try not to separate it too much. You nearly got it there. We've got
1.
We've got 1 cut. That gives us 2. This gives us 4. How are you going to do it? 5, 6. How many got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Move on. Onto the timeout square. Stop the clock. Well done, that was very quick on the puzzle. I don't know how you worked that one out. Even I was a bit stuck on that one. Anyway, we're on the timeout square. That means you win these fantastic prizes. Right, move round to here, move round to here. All right, you've got about 4.5 minutes left to do the game in. You did very well there. You found the snakes in time. You've got to complete this side now, so let's get going. Over the wall, come on. Whoa, you nearly did yourself in there. Right, onto this part there. On this one here, come on, up you go. Right, I want you to remember 4 things off the memory square, all right? 4 things off the memory.
A penguin, a mask, an orange, and a pear.
You are correct. Let's move on. Right, I want 4 hoops over the pole. Come on, it's your time. It's your time. Here we go. Yes, that's 2. Excellent. One more. That's correct. Onto here. Onto a puzzle square. All right. Now you've got 2 squares here, and you've got 9 dots. I want you to place the 2 squares over so that each dot has its own compartment. All right, it's fairly simple enough. Let's see how you get going. Right. Oh, you're nearly there, actually. It's not bad. Don't squeeze it on. It will go on its own. Each one's got to be in a separate area. That's right. How are you doing? Nearly there. Nearly there. Leave the outside ones as it is. If you place that one right, you're nearly there. Don't move the outside. No. 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 Try squaring it off. Try squaring it off. Try squaring it off in the middle. That might help you out. You're nearly there. You're nearly there. Come on. You're almost there. Yes, you're correct. Onto the timeout square. Stop the clock. You just figured it out at the last minute, didn't you? They were struggling. I was struggling a bit there because I didn't know. But let's have a look, see what you found. These fantastic camera outfits. Wow. Right, let's have a look down here. Now, you've got about 3.5 minutes to finish it off. You're still playing for the 4-star prize, which is the colour TV. You're doing extremely well. There's this tunnel ahead of you, so let's go for it. Come on. Right, we're on the mime square now. Come on, over to here. Right, we're on the mime square. What's going to happen is I'm going to read these are live sea animals, right? Live sea animals. There's a number of them here. What I want you to do is to mime them for me, all right? Can you mime them? All right, no words, just mime. All right. What's that? Mime that for us. You going to guess what it is?
Jellyfish.
Not quite, no. Go on, give us some numbers.
Hey, octopus.
Octopus is correct. We got right there. Right, what's this here? Can you mime that?
Crab.
Yes, crab, that's brilliant. Right, what's this here? Trap. Wait here. Right, go ahead. Leap across the middle there and switch it off. All right, you can do that. Wait for it to come back, though. It's got to tag you. Come on. Go for it. Yes. Back again. Right, come on. Never walk in this game. Never walk. It's your time. What's that? Mime that for her. Come on, you can do it.
Squid.
That's not squid. Highly intelligent.
Dolphin.
Typhon is correct. What's that? Go on. Come on. Eats people.
Oh, shark.
Shark is correct. What's that there? Come on. 5. Don't. Let's not do this one. Yeah, starfish is correct. Let's move on. Right. Go on, give a round of applause. Who's got 2? Not the balloons off. Using the beanbags. Not the balloons off. Using the beanbags. Come on, it's your time. Yes. Throw loads. Come on. You're nearly there. Oh, I nearly fell out then. Yes. Onto here. Right. Now, this is a truth or false question, all right? I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to tell me if it's true or false, right? A hippologist studies hippos. True or false?
False.
False. It's correct. He studies horses. Onto the timeout square. Stop. We steamed down that side. We've done extremely well. With that, you've won these 2 fantastic games. Right, let's have a look down this side, shall we? Now, you've got about 1.5 minutes left, all right? So you're going to have to go some this time. You're still playing for the 4-star prize, which is the colour TV. You could do it. You feeling confident now?
Yeah.
All right, then, let's go. Right, now, this is a puzzle, all right? Oh, you're already going for it. Mixed up with the words, right? Mixed with the fruits. You can almost find them. It's like an anagram. All the words are mixed up in there. See if you can find them. You've got it. You've got the first one there. Great. Yeah, you got that. What have you got there? They could go either way. What you found there? Oh. Come on, if you take your time on this, if you fight against each other, you won't get it. Tell me what you found there. Yes, that's a banana.
No.
I can't see what you're trying to find. An apple.
Oh, no.
Take your time on this one. Take your time and you'll be able to do it. There's a peach in there somewhere. I can see it. Can you? I see you found banana. Can you find peach? You're almost there. Yes, that's right, peach.
Where's pear?
We've got pear to find. Look for a P somewhere. Look for a P. P for pear. We need to find it somewhere.
E-A-R, there we are.
There you are. Are they all of them? Well done. Right, over the netting. Come on. Right, this is very important for you. Do you want to take a question or do you want to take something off the memory?
Can I take from the memory?
What was it?
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush is correct. Right. 9 balls into there. Come on. You're wasting your time, Hanya. You're wasting your time. 9. Come on. 1. 2. Come on. Careful. 4. 5. Come on. 4 more. 4 more. 6, 7, 8. On the time out. It's a time out. Come on. Stop the clock. Oh, I didn't think you were going to do it. You were too busy doing your knees. You had finished with 20 seconds left on the clock. God, I didn't think you were going to get there. Well done, you two. Because you've done that, you've picked up this fantastic tennis gear. I was very nervous there, let me tell you. But now, you've managed to hang on to the 4-star prize. That means it's time to enter the trap. Come with me. Come over to here. Ooh. Over there. All right. Most difficult part of the game for you now. All right. You've got to concentrate because you're playing for a colour TV each. All right. You'll be taking one of those home each. What you've got to do is you've got to answer 3 questions in the time it takes the trap to travel round, the ball to travel round, and the cage to drop. All right. All right. Are you going to do it? Yeah. You want that telly, don't you? All right. Are you ready? Fire the trap. What should you never get wet or feed after midnight?
A gremlin.
The gremlin is correct. Which country was the 1990 World Cup held in?
Italy.
Italy's correct. That's 2 you got right. Whose official residence is number 11 Downing Street?
The Prime Minister.
It is the Prime Minister. Say pass if you don't know. Pass. Come on, it's your time. Which English king had 6 wives?
Henry VIII.
Stop the trap! Yes! Cheer them up! You just got it done in time. I didn't think you were going to get that. Well done. Do you know what that means? That means you've won the colour telly. Well done. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
Right, I hope you've had a good time too. We'll see you next week with another brilliant game of... Goodbye. Bye-bye. Come on. Let's see what you want.
And I put the back supports on, so far so good.
Well, that's all well and good, Paul, but I won't be truly satisfied until we've got our real furniture back.
Yeah, well, Arkayla's showing up, whoever she is, and Millie's got the guy ready, so I don't like it. It's too easy.
Yeah, Kayla's showing up. That means the monster cubs will be back, and I don't mind admitting to you that scares me. They are vicious.
How vicious can a Cub Scout be?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, what have I got to be afraid of? You know, I'm an adult. I'm 30 years old. I hold down a responsible position, and after all, they are only children. They're here!
Well, the meditation's really calming Juliet down.
Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the bonfire now. Fun, food, fireworks. Do you think your mum will do black peas?
I doubt it.
It's a jungle out there.
Juliet!
The cubs are back and they've come for him.
Well, good luck.
I'm not taking it to them. I want to see my next birthday through.
Well, don't look at me.
How can they say those things about my mom? She never even worked in a hoochie coochie bar.
I know. Oh, this is terrible. What are we going to do? Well, I'll take it out to them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're no match for them, Millie.
No, that is a great idea. She's the right age, she's the right height, she can relate to them.
Well, just don't give in to any of their demands.
Yeah, look, Millie, don't bottle out under pressure, okay?
Right.
Don't take any guff.
Okay. Now, if I'm not back in 10 minutes, will somebody come looking for me?
Of course we will.
Good luck.
She's so brave.
I'll miss her.
What a way to go. Cub to death.
Right, I'm going to show them. Blimey, what is going on here? Right, you horrible little lot. You've got me to deal with now. Shut it, Snotty. Where's... I told you to shut it. Now, the deal is, we hand over the guy and you give us the furniture.
Give us the guy.
Oh, no, the guy is staying in my possession and you're not going to get your sweaty little mitts on it until I've seen some furniture. Look, here is the guy. Right, satisfied?
Oh, she's hanging on by a thread in there.
Well, waste not, want not. I'm going to use it as backing for the Millie F. Bates Memorial Sofa.
It's a really good idea, Paul, because let's face it, we're not going to get our own furniture back. Now.
Yes, well, it's supposed to look like this. It's supposed to be a miniskirt. Have you never heard of fashion? And as for my thermal underwear, well, Madonna's well known for wearing them. Now, where is our furniture?
You can have your furniture on one condition.
Welcome back to Motormouth. Now, this is the place to be if you want to meet the stars. Actually, come into the studio. Yes, the 5 hunky lads from Manchester. Take That will be special guests on Motormouth in 2 weeks' time. And they are, of course, Robbie, Howard, Gary, Jason and Mark. They are Take That. They will be here.
Very nice bunch of boys, and all you have to do to meet them is think of 3 witty and original questions that you'd like to ask the lads. Stick them in an envelope together with your name, your age, your address and your telephone number. Stop laughing in the background there, please, Steve, thank you very much. Together with a photo of yourself, make it a good one because it might appear on telly, and you send it to this address. It is Take That Competition, Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. That's Take That Competition, Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. Over to you, Gabby.
Yes, if you'd like to meet those 5 lovely lads from Manchester, get the Sun TV guide today because a winner from that and a winner from Motormouth will be here in 2 weeks' time to meet the 5 guys. Take That. They will be taking my seat and meeting them, and they'll also be singing this song. Oh, we're both looking forward to seeing those 5 lovely lads.
I know.
Aren't we?
What's this competition about?
Oh, Steve.
Take that.
Take what?
Take that.
What am I supposed to take?
Take that.
What are you talking
Oh, for
about?
goodness sake, take that over and give it to Andy. Sad.
Well, at least we got the furniture back.
Yeah, and it was good to give the Mousetrap bathtub back to Steve.
Now we've got something to sit on again.
Yes, well, it was a struggle, but true team spirit pulled through in the end.
I'm not entirely happy, though.
Yeah, it's a shame about that last condition.
I'm sorry.
Come on, now, Jack.
King Gangoo.
Action,
Gang Gooly 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 watch out. King Gangoo. Hey la shake.
Now, a couple of months ago, sort of singing in the background, a couple of months ago, I launched the Lloyds Bank Fashion Challenge here on Motormouth. Good news is it hasn't closed yet. The closing date is, in fact, the end of November, so you can still enter. Now, we've had loads and loads and loads of entries in. I mean, people have designed outfits for Cher, for Naomi Campbell, for Lenny Henry, anybody at all. Now, what you've got to do in the competition is design 2 outfits. One for the celebrity of your choice to wear to a party, and 1 outfit for them to wear for a visit to the bank manager. And we've got one here, just to give you an idea. It doesn't mean you have to do yours like this, but here's 2 designs for Danny Minogue, just to give you a basic idea. Use colours that you want, trousers, skirts, anything at all. That should give you an idea. Now, the competition is open for 11 to 18-year-olds, and you can find out all that information on this entry form here, which you can get through Lloyds Bank or the Victoria and Albert Museum, or through us here at Motormouth. But if you do see the entry form, don't panic if you're 5 to 10 years old, because we have an exclusive category for you through Motormouth. Now, what you have to do is send your entries in to us here at Motormouth, not to the competition address, OK? So it's 2 outfits for a celebrity of your choice by the end of November, and just completely go wild. If you want any information on that, write to Fashion Challenge, Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. That's Fashion Challenge Competition, Motormouth, P.O. Box 1, Maidstone, Kent, ME14 5LL. And just let your imagination go wild. Use the colours that you dream of, and any celebrity at all. Anyone you've ever seen on Motormouth, maybe the 4 of us, or even Macaulay Culkin.
From in just a moment, but if you were a millionaire and had £1 million, what would you do with it? Marcia, you're 10, what would you do with £1 million?
Buy the studio.
You buy this studio?
Poor lad.
Can if you like. What about you, Ryan?
I'd buy shares in Newcastle United.
You'd buy shares in Newcastle United. And what about you, young man? What would you do with £1 million?
I'll probably end up giving it to you and Neil, actually.
Yes, you probably would. Yes, you probably would. But an 11-year-old who really has got £1 million is Macaulay Culkin. He is, of course, the star of the video Home Alone. And I met up with him recently at a very prestigious awards ceremony in the West End of London. Here we are then, Grosvenor House Hotel, Park Lane, London, venue for the 1991 British Video Awards. And for some strange reason, they've asked me to present one of the awards. Our host for the evening was Mr. Michael Aspel.
Anyway, to work, ladies and gentlemen. And
also there to present awards with the likes of young Sean Astin, star of Memphis Belle, Paula Yates, and finally, my turn.
With the winners, here is the man who gives parents a break every Saturday morning on ITV, presenter of Motormouth, Andy Crane.
The winner of the 1991 Video Award. On this occasion, it was Macaulay Culkin, the 11-year-old star of the movie Home Alone.
I would like to thank the readers of Mirror Magazine and all the people of Great Britain.
After the ceremony, we had a few words back in his hotel room. Congratulations on winning your award. You must be very pleased.
Thank you.
Yeah? I saw you coming in earlier on this evening, and you were, like, besieged by photographers, and you, only being 11, does that frighten you when everybody comes down on you in hordes like that?
No, because that always happens, like, any award show that, like, I present or win or anything. They, like, crowd around you. Sometimes you can't even get through. You know, you have to go around or something.
Okay, we've seen Home Alone, so tell us, how did you go about becoming possibly the most famous 11-year-old in the world?
Well, I started up in plays when I was 6 years old, and then, like, people wanted me, like, for their movie to audition or something, so I went. I did my first movie. I just kept on, you know, getting movies, commercials, TV movies, stuff like that.
Is it something you wanted to do at 6 years? Everybody wants to know, is it as cool as everybody thinks it is, being hugely famous?
Well, you know, your parents always do everything like, oh, you gotta save it up till college and everything, so that's kind of bad, but all the rest, it's cool.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
So, has it changed your life? Do you still see as much of your friends as you used to?
Oh, yeah, I still watch, you know, like, see and all that kind of stuff as much as my friends. You know, like,
So-
they come over and stuff like that.
Do you still go to regular school?
I go to this new school, PCS, you know, someplace. And,
Is that like an ordinary middle school or what?
well, PCS means Professional Children's School, so a whole bunch of other actors go there, so, you know, they don't treat me any different than
Right.
anybody else.
What music do you like to listen to?
I listen to, like, heavy-ish metal, you know, not really heavy metal, but rock, you know,
Bon Jovi.
stuff like that, yeah.
Like the ones I used to know, where those treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow, then
Have you met famous people because of the success of Home Alone? Have you met people that you wouldn't ordinarily have met, or you've been excited about people? Who have you met that you think, wow?
No one really. I don't really think.
You're so cool about it. I've seen pictures of you and Michael Jackson. I would thought that would be pretty cool, meeting Michael Jackson.
Well, we talk on the phone all the time.
So you're good friends, eh?
Oh, yeah.
How did you meet?
Well, he just wanted me to go over to his ranch, so I went over there, and now we're good friends.
What's he like?
He's cool, you know. He likes, you know, play with video games, stuff like that, same as, you know, me.
Now, we know that in Home Alone you've got to fend off those guys trying to get into your house by various means, but are you as much a practical joker in real life as you are in the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
Well, I don't want anybody to go into my room, so there's these hinges from the closet to the door, and I tie this steel wire back and forth, so they walk straight into it, they go flying.
Have you used any of the pranks that we've seen in the film in real life afterwards?
No.
No, you haven't like,
No,
put the heater on the door handle or anything like that?
I'm not that vicious. You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Don't worry, Marv, I'll get him for you.
Yes! You're 11 years old.
Exactly.
What would you like to do for the next 10 years?
Be an actor.
What kind of movies? Comedy all the time?
Yeah, mostly comedy, dramedy, stuff like that.
So you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Well, good. I'm very pleased. Congratulations on the award. It's been a great pleasure talking to you, and I wish you massive success in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to talk to you.
Off. Cut.
So he's directing as well.
Oh,
Brilliant.
lovely.
Very nice young man, and it's a brilliant film. If you haven't seen it, get it out on video. Next week on the programme, we have more of the same. Sinbad from Brookside takes us round a soap school in Liverpool, and we're joined by members of the Russian circus.
Jimmy Locust, The teacher choreographer, it's a long word for me, Paula Abdul will be on, and of course I'll be doing Mousetrap.
And Terry Nuckins will be here talking about camouflage, so we have some boiled eggs in the studio we won't be able to see.
And get some wheels on your feet, because we're going to be playing roller hockey right here in the studio. Da-da-da-da.
I don't know what you're watching this afternoon, but I will be glued to the TV to watch Will Cullingham, lads.
Good luck.
Beat Australia, give them a hiding a chicken this afternoon, lads. We'll see you next week. This is Vic Reeves and Dizzy. Take care. Bye-bye.